South, north, west, and east. Hold on your seats because we are going all around the world.
It is time to go all around the world once again, and this time we go back to Russia. Ilya, over the last couple of weeks, took us there, but today we go back, and today we have Airat from Russia joining us in the studio. Welcome to Morning Special.
Thank you. My name is Airat. I will greet you first in Korean, I guess. 안녕하세요. 러시아에서 온 아이랏입니다. 모닝 스페셜 청취자님들, 네, 반갑습니다.
It's nice to meet you as well. So, how long have you been in Korea?
So I've been here 8 years. It's been, I guess, long and
Pretty
short.
long time. And where are you from in Russia?
The city is called Kazan. It's the third city in Russia, not the third biggest one, but the third most important one. It's also one of the oldest cities there. It's older than Moscow, St. Petersburg altogether.
Older than Moscow and St. Petersburg put together?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Where is it geographically speaking?
So it's 800 kilometers to east from Moscow.
Okay.
So it's not that far, actually. It's still European part of Russia, just before Ural Mountains.
I understand, yeah. Well, it's great to have you here this morning, and we're going to get started in a moment, but you have a quiz question for our listeners today.
Right, so listen carefully. Question is, a set of dolls that go on one inside another is known as the Russian 1. Nesting doll, 2. Siberia doll, or number 3. Chucky doll.
Oh, yes, right, these beautiful dolls. Okay, the question once again, please.
So a set of dolls that go one inside another is known as the Russian 1. Nesting doll, 2. Siberia doll, 3. Chucky doll.
Okay, so the Russian blank doll, fill in the blank. Actually, I don't think I know the answer to. I think I can take a guess, but I don't know the answer. Russian nesting doll, Russian Siberia doll, Russian Chucky doll. If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bandi board or use Kakao Talk or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045 for 50 or 101, depending on the length of your text. We are giving away a Knock Your Life Yohangyong backpack. All right, so today we are going to talk about St. Petersburg.
Right, so we are going to talk about St. Petersburg, and it's the second largest city. Population is 5.2 million as of 2015.
Pretty big city.
And location is very northwest in Russia. It's really close to Finland.
We're looking at the map on Poinen Radio right now. So the white part
right, so
is all Russia, right?
It is, yeah, it's huge.
And that red circle is St. Petersburg. It is extremely northwest. It's almost on the border. How far from the border of Finland?
If I remember it correctly, it's like 40 kilometers.
Oh, is that all?
It's really close, and it used to be actually part of Finland.
Okay.
But then it became part of Russia, and from 18th century, it was the capital of Russia.
Uh-huh. So it must be quite common for Russian people to travel to Finland on vacation, or for Finnish people to travel to St. Petersburg as well.
Right, yeah, they do travel also to buy stuff. For example, Finnish people would go for gasoline, and Russian people would go and buy some clothes or food.
I see. Okay, so what is one of the famous things about St. Petersburg then?
Well, it's famous for a lot of things, actually. It has a lot of museums, and, well, there are all kinds of things, like, for example, also beer Baltica, known as Russian beer. Like, there is factories, breweries making that. Also, a lot of vodkas are being made there, and also, well, White Nights. It's the best attraction there.
What is White Nights?
So, during a few days in August, it's just not getting dark for a few days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, so the sun doesn't go down.
Right, because it's so up there, so up north. Yeah, it doesn't go dark. I guess you can see that in some parts of Norway, Sweden, Finland,
Yeah,
and
right.
also Russia.
Yeah.
And in St. Petersburg.
You can see the photos of St. Petersburg on Poinan Radio right now. But it's interesting. It's only for a few days.
Right. It's a few days. I actually didn't see that myself yet,
Yeah.
but it's on my list.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places to visit in St. Petersburg. Also, Winter Palace or Hermitage Museum. It's also one of the largest and oldest museums in the world, actually. It was founded in 1764.
1764.
Right.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
by Catherine the Great, who was one of the empresses of Russia.
And
it's-
there's a photo of the museum on Poinan Radio right now.
Right, and it has been open to the public since 1852. So it's collections of which only a small part is on permanent display.
It is huge. Look, it is huge. It is. There's a photo of it on Poinan Radio. It's a massive building, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
It would take a long time to see everything actually, and still not everything is shown there.
Yeah, exactly. We're showing the Winter Palace right now. That would take forever to tour that facility. All right, so today with Airat in all around the world, we're learning about the Russian facility, the Russian city of St. Petersburg, and all of the facilities there within. Before our break, Aira, can you remind our listeners of your quiz one more time, please?
So it's a set of dolls that go one inside another is known as the Russian number 1 nesting doll, number 2 Siberia doll, or number 3 Chucky doll.
Thank you very much. Put your answers on our Bundy board. Use Kakao Talk or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045 for 50 or 101, depending on the length of your text. Again, we are giving away that Yohangyong backpack, the Knock Your Life Yohangyong backpack, and you can check a photo on Poinan Radio right now. This is a photo of the dolls that we are talking about. All right, so we'll listen to a song, and when we come back, we'll learn more about St. Petersburg. Here's String of Pearls, A String of Pearls. Our quiz question for all around the world today, a set of dolls that go one inside another is known as the Russian blank doll. The number 1 nesting doll, number 2 Siberia doll, or number 3 Chucky doll. Again, it's doll, D-O-L-L doll, like the toy. We're not looking for the dog, the type of dog. Sodogin says a Siberian dog. Oh, Siberian Husky, those are beautiful, but not the answer we're looking for today. And also, I'll give you another clue. It's not Siberia that we are looking for. So hopefully that gets you closer to the answers. All right, so Airat, tell us more about the city of St. Petersburg. Very famous for a cathedral there as well, right?
Right, it's Trinity Cathedral, and it's been built in 19th century, in 1835 to be exact. And it was built for 7 years, and it's open for people to see. And that's
Is it like a museum, or is it used every week for church purposes?
I think it's still being used, and this style is actually late. It's a good example of late Empire style.
It's a beautiful building, isn't it?
Pretty, Russian.
Yeah. There's a fortress there that's gorgeous as well, right?
Right. So it's actually on the Zayachi Island, and the city of St. Petersburg was started there. So the first building in St. Petersburg was on Zayachi Island, and it was the name of it was actually St. Petersburg Fortress. But now it changed the name to Peter and Paul Fortress. And it's on the Moika River. Moika River, it was a border of the city, and now it has 15 bridges connecting two parts of the city.
It looks gorgeous. What a historic city, huh? Well, okay, so what about the food? What is one thing, if we have to eat one thing when we go to St. Petersburg, what would it be?
Well, it's traditional Russian soup still, borscht, which is actually Ukrainian soup, which is also people in Poland, Ukraine, and Belarus and Russia are eating.
There's a photo on Poinan Radio. So this is a beet soup?
Right, that's a beetroot soup, and I think it's the most traditional Russian food you could try, and it's really good. You put sour cream in there, and
Is it served hot or cold?
it's always hot. It's
Always hot.
So there are some soups in Russia which is being served cold, but this one is hot.
I see. It looks delicious. All right. And before we finish, can you teach us one Russian expression, please?
Right. So I would say, well, maybe the most useful one would be that to say, I can't speak Russian.
I can't speak Russian.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that is useful. Okay.
It wouldn't really help, actually, because people will still keep trying to speak
Oh,
Russian.
yeah, they will.
But yeah, it's still better to say, well, я не говорю по-русски.
Okay. Can we go slower, please?
Right.
Yeah. One more time.
So it's я
Я
не
не
говорю
говорю
по-русски.
по-русски. Я не говорю по-русски.
That's right.
How's my pronunciation?
It's good. It's pretty good.
Thank you. Well, there you now we know how to tell people that we can't speak Russian, which again is useful if you're on vacation and people are speaking to you in that language, right? All right. So before we finish, Airat, the answer to your quiz question, please.
So the question was, a set of dolls that go one inside another is known as the Russian nesting doll.
The nesting dolls, right. And again, there's a photo on Point and Radio, and these dolls are famous because you take the top off and there's another doll inside, and then you take the top off that and there's another doll inside, getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. They're also known as Matryoshka dolls as well, right?
That's right. Matryoshka doll, I think that's the most famous name for it. It took me time to actually answer this question because, I don't know, nesting doll? Well, I guess it's not Chucky doll or Siberian doll.
Yeah,
so.
exactly, right? So the Knock Your Life Yalhang Young backpack goes to Gwan Hyokman Nim. Congratulations to you. Enjoy your prize. Airat, it was great to have you in the studio, and thank you very much for teaching us all about St. Petersburg today.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's actually my first time and I was pretty nervous, but yeah, I'm looking forward to do this again next week.
Absolutely. We're going to see you back here next week. All right. Airat, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Steve.